such massive single-celled organisms larger than a starbase that we have spent years to construct that can so easily wipe us out if we look at it in the wrong direction. How really tiny are we in this massive galaxy? Welcome back to the Glowpearls, episode 6. We're 9 years in, we're starting to get closer to the end of the early game and close to our mid-game based on how we set up the game. Normal time, this would actually still be extremely early in the game. We have the space amoebas that are trying to sneak on by. I believe they're heading over to this gas giant, and what worries me is how close it is to our starbase. Now, our starbase is nowhere near strong enough to actually survive that, so I'm hoping not to lose that, as I do plan on expanding to this system right over here. This system's a lot larger, so this one should hopefully be fine and be ignored. But I may have to get a little barbaric. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and start transferring our leader about, move you over to the adjacent system, and move the game forward.
Transmission.
Speaking of transmissions, in case you missed it, we made a couple of friends. We have the Asperian sacred polity, the space birds that follow their own religion. They're spiritual seekers seeking friends, and they're demanding that we are too weak to survive our own and we must subjugate to them. And we said, nay. And then we found the trees, who are evangeline sandlots that have really big guns, but they've also demanded that we subjugate to them because we're too weak. And we went, nay! And yet somehow we're not horses, but there are portraits for that. For now, we are trying to contact these not so fun guys. And this empire right over here, that's in the Tavander system, the Tavanders may contact me first, but I'm going to try to contact both of these empires before they finish. They're going to guarantee independence, we're going to decline, because it'll cost us influence per month, which I currently cannot afford, and a commercial pact invitation, I would love that, but this is way too early in the game, and it will cost me influence, and we won't really gain a benefit. Again, we're going to decline. A couple things that may need to consider doing is building a new starbase. I'd love to build it in the Cross, as it is also inside of a nebula, which I can also... Oh yes, I need to set that alarm. Give me a moment. We're going to set it for 25 minutes, I think, at this moment. You know, how long? We'll set it for 27 minutes. Perfect. And then we're going to turn everything down so we don't get blasted. Alrighty. So, professional, I'm a YouTuber. We're going to go ahead and try to move things forward and get things a little bit more to the exciting part.
Is beset by enemies.
Oh no. Oh no. The space amoebas, they got a little bit too close, and they have decided that they do not like the look of our spaceports, and they are gonna do something about it. In the meantime, our Minister of Defense has leveled up. The one that's been jumping all over the place, our embezzler, engineer, charismatic embezzler, that's also an engineer. They have leveled up, and we're gonna either improve their daily hull region or the funding. Ooh, the edicts funding is probably better, as they are my Minister of Defense. So we're gonna go with that. Perfect. That's going to make it toward the edicts of my empire, which is currently not a lot. That's the wrong thing. Where is it going to be? Government. They keep changing some stuff over time, but usually everything ends up better. Policies and edicts. Yeah, everything here is so cheap. I have so much funding, and I've barely spent anything. In fact, starbase upgrade speed and capacity +2, I can do that for free. I can also spend money on this education campaign. What about the recycling campaign? I'm using 35, so I can reduce it by 3. Is that really worth it for 19? How much does it cost? 2.6. So saving 3 for 19, that's basically spending 6 per, so it's not really worth it. At least not right now, but later it'll probably be worth it. We will, however, go ahead and turn on the education campaign to increase our leader experience gain even further to try to get even more levels. As the higher level these leaders get, the better off we're going to be, and they're going to continue to give some really powerful benefits and unlock some prestige skills. And maybe down the line we can try to get some more leaders as well. Sadly, we're probably going to lose this starbase. It really is a race on influence. Oh man, look at that. It's so beautiful. I mean, I'm getting absolutely destroyed, but just look at this. This is what I love about Stellaris. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm actually getting slaughtered, but what we're going to do is zoom out. First contact. Clear signal found. Our sensors have detected a particularly clear repeating signal from the P-aliens. They seem to offer our linguistics excellent material for codifying their language. They are optimistic that we are able to make some significant progress. Fantastic insights. That makes it even closer to being able to break through. Right, I need more science, and I am currently needing to employ some seaweed. Don't need more food, as I want to have my stations be doing that as soon as I finish researching the hydroponics bays, but that's still 2 years off, and that's really far. So do I want to plan around that? Yeah, I do. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a generator district? You know what? We need more mining. We're gonna get a mining district. It's too early to specialize every single planet, so we're not. Alrighty. Well, we're now needing to actually stop smelling as much food as possible. And we have a new tradition for our tradition-based empire. If we go with colonial viceroys, we can improve our influence. And then after 2 more traits, we can pick up the Privy Council for even more experience gain. Level up our leaders even more. 41 months. Is it really worth waiting 3.5 years, or should I go ahead and just start converting everything into science? 3.5 years is a really long time to get something I don't really need. That's a really long time. I think it is time for me to go ahead and start converting all of my buildings into science. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to just buy 500 minerals, because I am probably going to need more. I'm going to convert you into a research lab. And, oh man, I'm just short. We're going to convert you into a research lab as well. So we're going to lose a lot of influence, but at this point, it's probably going to be worth it.
Construction complete.
Oh, 39 months. Yeah, it's still too low. Oh man, you've got how much health? Can you build right now? No! Don't tell me it permanently destroys it. That'd be upsetting. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I see what you're doing, and the answer is no. Get out. You're grounded. I said get out. Oh, it's not permanently gone. You know what? I need you to just stay in the system. Just hover right there. I think I can abuse the system this way. Communications have established. We have received a transmission from the Quatorvian Serene Hive. A hive? Oh no. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities between us have ceased. We have gathered considerable data on the inner workings of your anatomy, Glowpearls. One might even say we know you inside out. Respect our authority, or else. Alright, so let's see what they think. Oh, and immediately they close borders. So immediately I'm going to close my borders, because they hate me, so I hate them. And we're going to continue doing this finger-pointing game. But they are a hive mind. Hive minds are really hard to communicate with. They don't really see things we free-willed species do, whereas they are all controlled by a single entity. You know, basically, they're the original idea of ants before we knew that ants are actually, you know, just working fully off pheromones and whatnot. But it's the idea that they're being controlled by a single entity. More or less. They are... Oh, right, I can't tell what their civics are. Well, I'm gonna have to spy on them later to try to learn everything I can, but for now, we really need to gain as much first contact as possible before out of first contacts in general. So the Kalefs, we're going to go ahead and sign up with you because they're also hostile towards us. So we're really going to want to establish strong borders with them as early as possible. Also, you're done. When did you finish? You go build here. Have fun. What are you doing? Oh yeah, that's right. You're building that for me. Alrighty, so the Hive is definitely not a friend.
System survey complete.
System survey complete. Fantastic. Survey this system. I'll continue to survey this system, but... you know what? I kind of have a feeling... What was in here? Right! I was going to say, I'm not researching you, am I? Nah, it's kind of metagaming. I'm going to go ahead and move... Oh, I can't move you away. Gosh darn it. Alright, we're going to research them anyways, because I like them. I said so. They're an actual spaceship. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue to research here to the south, and then go ahead and survey over to here. Whereas you, I just need you to just stay right over here. You're just going to stay safe. We're kind of running out of things to really explore all over the place. I'm getting a little tired of the extreme micromanagement, but so I'm probably not gonna do extreme micromanagement as much anymore, and focus more on maintaining these borders. We're nearly 10 years into the
System
game,
survey complete.
where I need to start focusing a lot more internally, as well as my borders with my new neighbors. Woo! System survey is complete. That's actually a really good system that I'm going to want. We're going to want to get the Tanafair system for those extra alloys, as alloys are really key. And I'm going to have this science vessel head over yonder. So when you're done over there, I need you to move over there. Actually, no. I need you to not do that. So I need you to do that, then build over there, and then I need you to just enter orbit over there, and then just build that over there. And not chain things up, because that's a bad habit. So first contact was aborted. Oh! They didn't! I know what they mean by that. With their first contact, what they're saying is that vessel they captured, they completely dissected my people. No, that's it. They spell. I don't know about you guys. Should we try to be friends with the species that most certainly, based off of their first contact message, dissected our people and learned everything about our anatomy, which is very unsettling? I think I should learn how the anatomy of their entire species works with guns. Guns ablazing. It's a little too soon to go full military though, but once we're done converting into science, we can then start converting into alloys and then play around with brand new toys. First contact pending, keep at it with the P aliens. And yeah. For now, let's continue to expand these borders and collect more pearls.
Construction
Woohoo!
complete.
A new pearl has entered the Empire. The Tragula's Cross is finally ours. We have 2 of them that can give us alloys, but I think because we're really hurting on those minerals, we're going to focus on the minerals first, as long as we keep our eyes on the space amoeba and that we're not about to run into them. Yeah, let's go ahead and start heading over there. Actually, you know what? I need you to cancel. You're gonna go build this mining station for... Oh, wow, that's a 4 deposit on physics. That's pretty good. Now, we need the alloys first. We really need those alloys! We need to improve our alloys on our
Incoming
planet.
transmission.
Research agreement. We can learn a lot from them where they can barely learn anything from us. They are overwhelming compared to us. Their fleet power is completely overwhelming, their economic power is superior, and their technological level is equivalent. That is very frightening. But that costs influence, I know. Do, however, need to consider building more ships. Speaking of
Anomaly
ships...
found.
Anomaly found. Leave be for now. It's not inside my borders. Because there's no point in researching an anomaly if it's just going to go to somebody else's territory and buff their empire. Where's the ship designer? It's fleet management. Who's for... Fleet management? Ship designer. It's in the same tab. So, this is our corvettes. Right now, it's equipped with a lot of small mass drivers. In other words, they're kinetic. They're kinetic guns that just shoot big, giant slags of, well, minerals and whatnot. And then we have nuclear missiles. They absolutely penetrate shields, but it can be 100% countered if we had ships that got point defense, such as Sentinel point defense or flak batteries. They are very weak to, because these don't have shields, so they're weak to, in specific, the, point defense. I think I actually want to go ahead and give my ships point defense, because we're not gonna be running into any, carriers. It's way too early in the game, so we're not gonna worry about flak just yet. I do want some point defense just as general, because missiles are really good in the early game. Speaking of which, nuclear missiles. And nuclear missiles absolutely penetrate shields, but if we are stuck with having to deal with shields, we're much better off going with these small mass drivers. So this is, in my opinion, it's not the best, but since I've researched literally nothing to improve my technology, because I've done no science, this is the best we can do. Now I can make my ships even more expensive by going with a reactor to give it even more power, which will allow me to get even more shields, which I do kind of want more shields, just for the whole idea of having to deal with point defense. I think I can get away with just using 2 shields and an armor and not having to spend the extra money on the reactor. This makes it to where they cost 98 instead of whatever they were previously. Oh yeah, they're 2 less because of the point defense. But we're going to have more shields and a little bit less armor. The shields regenerate over time and are really, really strong against missiles. Well, missiles, my ships will counter missiles, and the missiles are the thing that are strong against shields. So this should be an okay setup for just your average enemy. We're also going to turn off auto-generate design. We're going to turn off auto upgrade, and this one is just gonna be the chipling. Like a chipper for pearl, that's kind of broken, so it's not the strongest thing, but it gets the job done. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that design, and all of our future designs are gonna be chiplings. And I could also upgrade all of my ships now, but that costs alloys, and, no. I don't have insurance for that. And we're nearly done with 10 years of the game. Oop. Our second colony is no longer building anything. Do I need you to build anything? Alright, so we actually have a few things I can't unlock. So on my capital system, I was able to get rid of all the features. But on this colony, I've got some dangerous wildlife, dense jungles, and toxic kelps that I am not equipped with removing. I need proper research in order to unlock those things. That'll give me more districts, will allow me to upgrade my planet to an even bigger size, but this early on in the game, that's not something for me to worry about. That's a much later me problem than try to tackle. Ooh, we got more seaweed growing in over here, so we're not going to worry about any of that, and we're actually going to save our minerals for once. And congratulations, we are now 10 years into the game. Our leader pool has refreshed, which we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of our new scientists. Ooh, Champion of the People, Anomaly Discovery, and Leader Experience Gain. Well, you're interesting, but because of your Arrested Development, actually, that is not polite. Instead, the way we are gonna, the personal development and skills of this leader seem to have plateaued. While you are very skilled in what you do, I believe your services could be very much used elsewhere. We're gonna look at admirals. Ooh, we have a cool skirmisher, sub with like weapon damage and sub like speed. Oh, but I really like this charismatic leader I've got. Oh, but combat disengage chance lowered is actually really bad. That's something that'll kill nearly every ship we got. I'd rather deal with this energy credit issue, which I think we're doing just fine. It's a lot easier to work around something when you're dealing with the penalties than suddenly getting thrown the penalties. Oh, I forgot to look at leaders. Governors. And no interesting governors. Yeah, no interesting governors. And we don't really talk about generals. Okay, well, that was a very uninteresting leader pool we had there. First contact, keep looking, but use caution. Oh wait, that's, we have discovered new life form. Although calling it a life form may be incorrect, these entities appear to be fully automated. Mechanical drones built exclusively for some unknown industrial purpose. Observations will continue, but since it's likely that these machines are programmed with defensive protocols, it would be prudent to tread lightly. Nothing else to report. So these machines destroyed one of our ships, sadly. But turns out we're believing now at this point they're fully automated, so they shouldn't really come after us unless we come after them. And they were probably believing they were defending themselves. It's time to build up even more, get more alloys.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Alrighty, powered exoskeletons, that's worker pop resource output. That's going to give us even more energy credits, more minerals, and a little bit more food until we convert it all into hydroponic space. Ooh, afterburners, armor, or mining station output. Well, we don't have a lot when it comes to the mining station output, but we are actually needing to look into upgrades for our ships already. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Ceramatic Menace. Anything I need to do on my homeworld? I've got 5 available jobs. I am very much well over-established. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. So I just gotta wait for more population. Speaking of waiting on more stuff, can I build anything there? I kind of want to build guns. Yeah, we kind of got to build guns. Because right now my station, it's at 690. I need to figure out how much fleet power is really overwhelming, so I should probably invest in my personal fleet first. I also need to make sure that I always have at least 100 available to build another outpost for expanding, which isn't that big a problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a corvette. You stay there.
Construction complete.
Ooh, construction complete. That is you building for more minerals. Fantastic. Go ahead and enter orbit over here. Because, yeah, we don't have the influence yet, but we're starting to get more. Their rivalry. Oh, but they are overwhelming compared to us, so I cannot declare them as rivals. So I'd like to declare them as rivals, but in order to do that, I need more ships. Fantastic. So that's what we're gonna do. So, my starbase and my capital has not only a shipyard, but a trade hub, which is collecting trade from the two nearby systems. But there's none being produced here. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna turn this into a shipyard, so that way I can build ships even faster. Now we have 2 shipyards, and I can build 2 ships at a time. 753 units.
The faithful have claimed a new world.
Woo! Magnar Prime. Brand new home. It looks like it's a great day to not be working the farms. And the unemployed do give me a little bit more unity. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is we're probably going to go ahead and build a research lab. Just to improve our science. Because the more science we can get... So look at that, we're now at 56 per each, and we have, congratulations, we have now reduced it by a lot. Even this one, that was going to be the new engineering research, that was about to take us about another 5 years, has been reduced down to 3. So as long as we keep improving our science, all of this is going to be fine, and we're going to start jumping through a whole bunch of technology to start improving our game a lot faster.
Construction
we'll also be able to
complete.
research technologies to improve our unity. Oop, time to start selling less food. I need you to go ahead and build over there, as long as you guys are still over here, right? Yeah, you guys are still happy. Perfect. You done building a ship? You are, so go ahead and build me another. You still can't, but I can buy something. Which I think I'm gonna go ahead and do. How much does it cost? 400? Oh shoot, it does. Do I have enough for that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just only need to buy 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I do believe we are gonna go with a research lab. Or I might end up going with alloys. We're gonna start off with a research lab. Because we have nothing to use our food for. That's one of the weak things about food. There are ways to convert food into other useful stuff, but I did not with this empire. Maybe I should have considered it, because this is a very strong food empire I also potentially have. Ooh, what's that? What kind of ship are you? Oh, you're a science vessel. I may need to consider... You're gonna continue to serve me that way. And we're just gonna keep slowly building more ships, and at some point we're gonna need more star bases.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
There's a lot of systems that are gonna keep overlapping with each other. Ooh, technology research. We got hydroponics farming. Controlled environment allowing for crops to be grown in climates where farms would normally be impossible, such as space. Biodiversity studies. Improve my society research just overall. I don't need edicts funding. I've actually got too much at the moment. I don't need ocean ecology at the moment. I'm way too early in the game for that. I could get linguistics for a large sum of influence, as well improving first contact. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and go with that. So that way I can give myself a big boost on
Construction
influence.
complete.
What did you finish building? Finish this construction queue. You built a second shipyard! Fantastic! Which means I can build 2 of these, even though I can only afford 1 at the moment. Which means I need you. Oh, that's a lot of minerals over here. Oh man, that's a lot of minerals over there, but I really need this system for the alloys. Alloys are kind of more important at the moment. And with that, so we now have enemies that have decided that they're going to dissect our species, and they are taunting us for it. We have 2 potential friends that think we're too weak, and with that, we're definitely considering the fact that we're not alone, and everybody else out there is already assuming for the worst, and we should be doing the same. So we're going to start building ourselves a military, at least to protect ourselves. Yeah, that's definitely it. And we'll see you on the next episode. Ta-ta for now.